Hello, I'm Zash, and welcome to Shiratori's bad ending of G Senjou no Maou, or The Devil on G String. Joining me, as always, is my co-reader Faith. Now, this is going to be a very short episode because Shiratori's ending is very short. Amazing how that works out. Anyway, please enjoy. After all, why not? Weakness is inherently evil. It's her fault for coming to a guy's room at this hour. There's nothing wrong with using my toy as I please. Sit on the floor. I command Shiratori, and she obeys like the dog she is. She timidly kneels down in front of me, then averts her gaze and blushes as if she doesn't know what to do. I gaze down at her, then begin to fantasize about how I intend to use her for my pleasure. My sadistic heart begins to wildly pump in sin through my veins. Her pale skin and red lips urge my fingers towards my belt. Her entire face blushes crimson as she looks away. However, despite her attempt at feigned innocence, her eyes are restlessly seeking out of curiosity what her subtle fear has robbed from her vision. With Kyosuke's current mindset, I can't see this turning out well for Mizuha. Poor girl. But I guess that's what you get from the bad ending. Anyways, for YouTube, we are skipping. Thankfully. Megalipses. Ellipses. Zai Gonzo would approve of the path I took. After violating Shiratori, the twisted abyss I once called my heart only grew deeper and darker. She had turned out to be a completely worthless woman. I never once treated her well. So, what exactly happened? Details are unimportant. One need only imagine the fate of a flower completely deprived of life-giving water. She had been no more than a frail, flawed flower from the very beginning. It only took her 6 months to wither away completely.
Hey.
Another flower now bloomed at my side. This one was a beautiful, strong cactus of a woman. She won't die so easily. In fact, her needles may just skewer me if I grow too careless. After it ended, as had become my habit, I lit up a cigarette.
Are you satisfied?
Yeah.
I see.
Her voice was hollow. I was surprised when I realized it was your first time, though. I knew what she was trying to do. There hadn't been an ounce of pleasure in her voice during our intercourse just now. Far from it, her arms wrapped around my neck were just waiting for their chance. You were an idiot, Tokita. Smoke drifted around the room, diffusing into the tense air. The naked woman behind me didn't say a word. I could feel an almost painful glare boring into my back. You shouldn't have encouraged Shiratori. That's the only reason things turned out the way they did.
I know.
If you'd just never transferred to our school, she would have lived a peaceful life.
I regret it.
So, to help ease that regret, you thought you'd hide in the pain of giving yourself to a guy you never wanted inside you.
Oopsies.
Is that it? The usually talkative Tokita kept silent, allowing the thickening malice in our cheap hotel room to speak for her. Huh. Well, I know better. You were waiting for a chance to kill me, weren't you?
Oopsies.
That's why you offered to have this little fuckfest. Too bad I never gave you much of a chance, huh?
Oopsies.
I gave her an earnest proposal. I won't tell you to forget what happened, but stick with me.
Oopsies.
If you feel like you're even the slightest bit at fault, then stand behind me and enjoy the show.
Oopsies.
Watch as the object of your sister's fleeting love sprints down the path to hell. The smell of burning tobacco permeates the dry air. After a moment of silence, the room is suddenly bathed in darkness. Tokita had turned off the light. I hear her jumping out of the bed behind me. Tokita lunges at me. Something in her hand dazzles, reflecting what bit of light is streaming through the window. A battle cry, a desperate scream, rends the darkness of the hotel room in two. She thrusts her arm for my chest. However, before the tip of her hungry knife can be coated in fresh blood, I pull out my gun and squeeze the trigger. The foolish whore dropped her knife. I look down at Tokita, collapsed to the floor and coughing up blood. Tough luck. The rest is silence. I feel nothing. I reach my hand to the doorknob, ready to leave the bloodbath behind me, when I hear something banging around in the darkness. I turn around, only to find myself face to face with a demonic woman, gripping a knife that should have fallen far from her corpse, rushing me from a distance I have no hope of escaping. Megalipses. Ellipses. Bad end. Oh, I think we can agree that was a generally bad ending for everyone involved.
That seemed terrible.
Yeah.